Oh, hey guys. This week we were asked to go to Project Muse and find a few articles. I decided to do something rather fun. Rather than talking about Vietnam, I'm actually going to talk about the blues. And as you can see, I have here my trusty Martin acoustic. Uh, the articles I actually found, one was an interview, one was an obituary, and another one was a list of blues greats from the Mississippi Delta. The interview was actually B.B. King. B.B. King, in his own words, in the obituary was also uh, about B.B. King as well. Uh, some of you might actually know that B.B. King is one of my favorite blues entertainers. I actually had a chance to see him once, thanks to my cousin. We actually went together and we saw him at in the Dells, I believe, Wisconsin Dells. Uh, so I decided I wanted to maybe talk about the blues a little bit. Maybe not necessarily the articles I read, but stuff that I know about the blues. Some of you might actually know that blues is my favorite music genre. I enjoy playing it. I actually write a few blues numbers myself. So let's get into it. As far as I know, the basis of the blues was from slavery, when slaves actually sang songs while they were working in the fields. A lot of times they were singing to warn others that the boss was coming or the foreman was coming, so watch out, uh, make make yourself look busy. And also, some of it is from spirituals back in the day as well. But during the period of Jim Crow and Reconstruction, blues music was actually dance music. It was music with a beat that people can go get together and they can dance to, and this brought in the rise of what's called a juke joint. A juke joint is this small, like tavern, uh, that offered liquor, and they sold it actually illegally, according to BB King. It was illegal to actually sell liquor in Mississippi at the time, so it might have been the time of prohibition. Uh, and of course, there are some legends in blues. One that I kind of object to, people say that the blues is devil's music. And this goes along with a sad story about Howling Wolf, who was a famous blues singer. He played harmonica, I believe, and he was dying, and he wanted to see his mother. And I believe his mother might have been a Baptist, and she objected to his blues singing. And even though he was on his deathbed, his mother actually uh, didn't go see him. He refused. She refused to see him, even though the man was dying, and his last wish was to see his mother. I object to the notion that blues is devil's music, and I think the reason why it's called devil's music might have been because of Robert Johnson and the legend behind Robert Johnson. Uh, Robert Johnson wasn't known to be a very good guitar player, and so people usually mocked him when he was on stage and told him to get off. And so he disappeared for about 6 months, and when he came back, he actually was able to play guitar very well. In fact, better than most of the blues players at the time. And the legend actually states that, well, what he did, he went to a crossroads and he had his guitar with him. He went to a crossroads, and this shady gentleman actually appeared out of nowhere and asked for his guitar, and he actually gave him his guitar, and this shady character tuned his guitar and he gave it to him, and after that he was able to play guitar like nobody's business. And of course, uh, rumor had it that that was the devil. Basically, he sold his soul to the devil to be able to play guitar and become the greatest blues player ever known to man. Really, to tell you the truth, the blues is more about feeling. That's what the blues really is all about, is how you feel. And quite frankly, it doesn't have to be, depressing music like a lot of country songs where your wife or your girlfriend left for your best friend. Someone ran over your dog, and the cat peed on the rug. uh, no, it can be more than just being melancholy. It could actually be something that makes you happy. It could be something that does make you sad. It could be something that makes you angry. It's all about how you feel, and that's what the blues is basically all about. And that's the one thing that B.B. King would actually tell people, that the blues is about feeling. And he would actually regale people, stories about when he started out in Memphis. And I guess one of my favorite stories is how he named his guitar Lucille. Basically, he talked about playing at a juke joint in Arkansas, and uh, he mentioned that they would have like a 55-gallon barrel in the center of the juke joint, and they filled it halfway with kerosene and lighted it on fire, and that's how they heated up the juke joint, when it was cold outside. And basically, people would dance around this barrel. Well, the night that he played, two gentlemen actually fought, and one of them actually hit this barrel and knocking it down, and the burning kerosene uh, spread all over the floor. And of course, people actually rushed out the front door along with BB King, and he realized that he left his guitar in the juke joint. So he decided, well, I need to go save my guitar. So he ran in there, and he said that the building basically collapsed all around him. He almost lost his life that night. And he found out the reason why these two gentlemen were fighting the next day. They were fighting over a woman by the name of Lucille. And so he named his guitar Lucille, even though he never met this woman. He named his guitar Lucille, just as a reminder not to do anything that stupid ever again. Uh, and basically, like this obituary, he was probably the greatest blues player ever. Uh, and I hope you actually enjoyed the video. And of course, before you leave, you can't leave this video without singing or playing the blues. Have a good day.